We knew when we started DFM that we wanted to provide meaningful, substantial journalism about our state, about our community, and how we delivered that news we left up to consumer demand. So we started online. We built in a vigorous mobile presence, and we're on smartphones, RSS feeds, emails, and more and more we were hearing people saying, what about radio? And it really is such a logical progression for us. It's a logical expansion of our skills, our mission, our passion. And so we're ready to leap in.
Although radio may seem as though it's being kicked aside for all the different new media, the new media that we have, most of it is you end up reading it on a website. When you hear someone telling you a story, I think it sticks with you longer. Public radio is not known as soundbite radio. You get to hear people talk at length. There is a radio station up in Nantucket, and one of the things they do is they will go around to singular members of the community just to ask them who you are, what you do, and why you live where you live. And I would love to hear those voices, and the only way that you can really do it is on the radio.
Delaware needs more vigorous, more competitive journalistic voices, and WDDE is adding a unique voice in this community by being community-based and driven by issues.
With a public station based in Delaware, we will be able to hear the stories that will affect us. What's going on with the legislature? So we've got the politics. What's going on in science in Delaware? You've got an incredible marine biology unit here, and no one knows what's going on there. Not to mention the history of Delaware. I'm learning new things every day about the history of Delaware, and there are some wonderful stories in Delaware that need to be covered that are not.
I think one of the biggest benefits is the fact that we're partnering with another great institution, the University of Delaware, and the two great public institutions of the state, UD and Delaware State University, can help fulfill their mission, which is to serve this state. And what better way than to bring this type of quality news to the community, to Delaware, and to the nation.
For the UD community, it provides access to great public radio programming and local news coverage. For University of Delaware, it provides exposure for our expertise and our idea leadership. And for our UD students, it provides opportunity to work in a professionally run multimedia news organization.
I think that the biggest advantage of this puts Delaware on the map. It gives us a national showcase, a national spotlight, and we are so proud to be a part of that.
I moved to Delaware last year, and I didn't even realize that Delaware did not have its own public radio station. And frankly, I was appalled. I mean, we have one in Guam. There should be one in Delaware. So that's why I decided to get involved, because it's a community that needs to be heard.
Well, I think access to public radio is really important. For the community, it's important to have high quality, have information. The media age is changing every day very quickly. And for universities that are thought leaders, have thought leaders that are to be associated with the media, this is a great collaboration because it brings together Delaware State, University of Delaware, in an institutional sponsorship of a medium that is multimodality medium. It's information. We're in an information age, and how to get information out to Delawareans and for Delawareans to learn about what's going on in their state and in the nation is key today.
Well, this whole effort has been built one person at a time, literally one person at a time. I mean, it started with a handful of us who said, this isn't just something we do professionally, this is something that we want in our lives. This is something that I personally wanted for my children so that they would have this. They would have substantial journalism that covered their own home state. And we found that there was a group of us that started that agreed, and We have grown and grown and grown, but it has been one person at a time. And we know that that's our gauge for being successful, is when we see one by one our numbers growing and growing. And we need every Delawarean to support this effort. Our only reason for being is to serve Delawareans. And so we need that support.